Uno, dos, tres.
Let's go! Yeah! I'm about to just black out. I'm about to just black out. Don't stop! Don't stop!
What's up, everybody? I'm Sam.
And I'm Tay.
Welcome to the Sam and Tay's Fantasy Football Podcast. Today is, of course, our annual video podcast.
Oh, yeah, it's a
Right,
live
Tay?
one. Oh, sorry. I keep saying live, man.
It's
It's
not
video.
live. It's video.
Yeah, don't call in. Don't call us.
Yeah, no. We are on location at Tay's house right here, and I might show a pan of his remodeled kitchen too. So be on the watch out for that. Tay's been working very hard on this remodeled kitchen. It
That's
looks
a
pretty good.
surprise.
It looks pretty good. So Tay, let's go over our predictions real quick.
Yeah, our awesome predictions.
Oh man, we went horrible. We went 3-5 each of us.
Oh,
So we went 3-5 last week.
at least you didn't gain any ground. That's all I care about.
Yeah, we're still pretty close. So for the season total, I am 49-31, and you're 53-27. And there are some big misses, of course. We both picked me to beat Wang. And
Yeah.
of course, that didn't happen, which we'll talk about here in a little
Yeah.
bit. And you and I both got Danny wrong, and that was an upset.
It was a big upset.
That was a big
We
upset.
kind of counted Andrew out in that one, I think.
Yeah, and we both missed on Jeff. Those were the things you and I picked, and we missed on. So, Chris too, I guess. But great. Tay, let's go ahead and talk about our. Actually, let's talk about our standings real quick.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's take a look at that one.
Again, we have a new number one.
Always. It seems like every couple weeks or so, we always got someone new.
Yeah, which is exciting because you never know who's number one. So of course,
Well, and we kind of have to attribute this to Andrew. I mean, he's the one that actually upset Danny, right? Because Danny was first place. We thought he was cruising. We thought he got a one-game lead, and then Andrew pulled off the upset. It was either an upset or Danny's team didn't show up because he didn't put up very
oh
many
my
points.
God, Danny's team. I think a few weeks ago, even for a few straight weeks, you mentioned Danny's team was the one to beat.
Oh yeah.
Going into the playoffs,
and then he throws up a dud.
Yeah, so that goes to prove that it could be anybody's match.
Oh, man, anybody.
any given Sunday, right?
Yeah. And just got to make the playoffs. That's it, right? Just got to make the playoffs.
That's it. Yeah. Don's our new number one, followed by Danny. And then Hong's still in there.
Yeah.
The jinx didn't work.
Not this week.
And again,
it did not work this week.
We will talk about that here shortly. And of course, the bottom, Andrew, even though he's still won, he's in the bottom. Keep fighting, Andrew. Keep fighting. Sin is still down there.
Yeah, he dropped the game. That was a close one. He actually put up a fight. And,
That was.
It was a good game, but pretty close.
Yeah, and Scott right there, bottom three.
Still
there.
down there. Lost 3 in a row. Sorry, Scott.
Well, let's go talk about our first matchup, and this is the one where I think everybody wants to listen to. It's me versus Hong here. Me versus Hong, and I put up a fight. It was going to come down to
It
Monday
was.
night.
You know what? I tell you what, that quarterback thing, I'm sure he was sweating balls when, Winston blew up for 5 TDs, and he's probably sitting there going, oh, my gosh, not again.
Yeah, and that was just a crazy pickup for me. And I know it was just a crazy pickup. I said, Winston's available.
Yeah, that was kind of a crazy pickup.
Yeah, so let's pick it up. And he blew up. I was like, cool, hopefully the jinx is still on.
Yeah.
And no, but I lost. Julio Jones, 160 yards. I mean.
Yeah, and Russell Wilson finally showed up too because he hasn't really done much. And then next year, he plays San Francisco and horrible defense, and it was going to happen that way. So he kind of kept up with Winston, so that kind of helped him because I think without Russell Wilson, I think honestly he might have lost this week. So
Yeah.
I think that helped him a lot that happened.
Yeah, and look at Giovanni Bernard.
Yeah, he had a good game.
What's up with him? Yeah.
100 yards receiving. He's their primary running back. I think he's going to get the most points the rest of the year. That's just how it is. But, for me, I think the key was Russell Wilson. I think that was the big one. He put up a lot of good numbers, and it was San Francisco defense. Kind of happened that way. Winston was a good pickup, but, I almost thought you had it, but
it
was close.
Came
it was
down to Monday
very
night.
close.
Watkins didn't do anything for me.
I know, and that's what it was. It was just Yeah, they just didn't target him enough. I think that game they just waited till the fourth quarter to throw to him. So,
Yeah, I mean, they,
yeah.
they're not utilizing the number one
They
first
didn't.
round pick from
Yeah.
a few years ago. But I still want the Jinx to be alive. So what we're gonna do a little bit differently today. So what we're gonna do a little differently now is we got a little a voodoo doll here, right? I think
This is Wang.
This is Wang right here, right? We cast a spell. This is Wang right here. So I mean, I don't want to poke him where like the
Yeah,
fatal
we don't,
area.
Yeah, we don't want.
We don't want to
no
kill
fatal
him.
shots.
We don't
Yeah.
want to kill him. So what I'm gonna do is right in the arm here. Let's give him a voodoo spell right here. So Hong will you feel that in your arm when I do that? You feel that in your arm, right there.
Let's see if your phone rings. Maybe he's
Your
calling
bicep.
you.
But there we go. Let's get the voodoo spell on here, and so yeah, good job, Wang. I put up a fight, so this is instead of a jinx, it's a curse now.
It is. It's like a curse. Yeah.
So-
and just so you know, Wang does wear clothes, even though that doll had no clothes
Yeah,
on.
that-
He usually doesn't run around naked like that.
The kids put his clothes somewhere. Tay's kids put his clothes somewhere. We couldn't find it, so that's why he's naked. That's why he's naked.
Don't ever come over my house. Don't come to my house. You won't find your clothes.
Let's go to a high-scoring game. Kevin versus Azog here, 121 to 110. Tay. This is a very close, high-scoring game.
Yeah, a lot of points in this game, and I mean, I don't even know who I picked to win. I think would I pick Sog? I don't remember who I even picked.
Yeah, I think we
very
both
good
did.
game because you know what, Kevin is coming on, man. He's like co-commish. We talked, we told him he needs to prove himself, and
What did
wow,
Drake say?
he's
Started
coming
from the
back.
bottom.
Yeah.
Drake said started from the bottom.
Man, he's coming on strong. I mean, his team, we thought Ed Lacy was pretty much done for the year and hadn't
Yeah.
done much, and he's rushed for 100 yards. So this might be his time, and so we'll see kind of what happens because, man, that's a nice comeback. And Stafford showed up. I mean,
Stafford
that was
finally showed up,
finally. I mean, he didn't even have a great game, but he somehow, for some reason, he's got 20 points down. I'm like, his game wasn't even the best. He only had one touchdown, rushing touchdown. So.
And Kevin left some points on the bench too, right?
Yeah,
With,
yeah. I mean, yeah, it was a good game. I mean, it was very good. I mean, I think for now he might be starting. Deshaun actually finally showed up too, but even though he was on his bench, so
Yeah.
good game by Kevin. And
Yep. Oh, I see my brother picked up Osweiler too. Good points by Osweiler.
yeah, he played good. He
Yeah.
played actually good. I mean, better than Manning would. I mean, so far this
True.
year. So
Yeah. I
I
don't
mean-
think Manning ever got that much points.
I don't. I don't
In
know
a
if he
game this
did
season.
either. You know what? He might have once. I think he
Once.
might have once, but that was only for like I think he only maybe threw like one touchdown and like
Ah.
290 or something. Like, it wasn't even that. He got close. So.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, Osweiler might be.
And
You kind of wonder. You kind of wonder.
He's
if-
starting next week against the Patriots.
Yeah, you kind of wonder if he's going to keep that job or
That's a big test.
what's going to happen. For me,
Yeah.
I cut him. I picked him up. I cut him. I'm like, I'm Palmer. I mean,
Palmer?
There's no reason.
Yeah. I mean, being a Bronco fan, as you can see.
Yeah,
here,
the headgear.
Peyton Manning says he'll like to play next year, even if it's not for Denver.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a
Really?
source that's saying that he would like to play next year, even if it's not for Denver. And I'm like,
that's
dude,
interesting.
you're going the way of Brett Favre. You're going the way of Michael Jordan.
Right.
It's like, the surgery, the injury.
Wow, where's he gonna go? I don't.
Any team will pick him up. Just about
True. I mean, it's a big name. I mean, that's
away from the top 5 QBs right now. Any team besides that,
that's
any
true. I
team
think
besides that
anybody
will
would.
pick him up, dude.
Yeah.
And he'll be the highest paid. I think technically he's. I don't know. Aaron Rodgers is
Yeah.
the highest paid right now, but anyways, yeah, it was a good pickup by Osweiler there.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, it's not enough points, but what can you do? I mean, that was Kevin put up a decent amount, 121. That wasn't bad. So
yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, let's go to the upset of the week here.
yeah,
Danny versus Andrew.
crazy.
I mean-
It's,
Andrew didn't even put up that much point, but he put up enough.
yeah, that's
know.
true. I mean, Andrew was what second lowest, pretty much almost. It was pretty low. I mean, it was like second, third lowest, or what somewhere around there. Maybe a little bit higher, but still, I mean, that's Danny. You didn't put up much of a fight, man.
Yeah,
That was just.
You do enough to win, Andrew, so that's good. I mean, look at his quarterback receiver combo, right? Carr
Yeah.
and Cooper.
Yeah, Newton blew up. I mean, Newton had a game. I think that carried him pretty much throughout the whole thing. And then
MVP of the season, probably, possibly.
Maybe it depends on how. I think if they can beat Dallas, I think especially if they go undefeated. Man, if they go undefeated, I say why not? He's pretty much that whole team anyway. I mean, he's their running back. He's
Him
their
and Greg Olson.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been Greg Olson, the sure hands.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, I think Danny's team just kind of was silent this week. He didn't have really much. His running backs were,
Yeah.
they both got a touchdown, but it wasn't enough. I
That was
mean,
enough.
they didn't get 100 yards. They didn't get whatever. They just got their semi 40, 60, 50 yards or whatever. So
Yeah, I mean,
and
Peterson
Carr,
and Gurley.
dude, I think everybody had Carr pegged to like have a huge blowout game, and he didn't even throw for a touchdown. And yeah, so kind of a bad game for Danny. I think he'll probably bounce back from this one because I mean, man, just look at his projection. I mean,
Yeah.
that's amazing. I mean,
His-
that's 70 points from his projection. That's
Projection
like,
121 to 77.
that's,
Yeah.
that's unbelievable. I mean, you would have thought. I mean, like Andrew had no chance because and he only beat his projection by like 9 points.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
So,
and he didn't, and Danny didn't get half his projection.
yeah,
Didn't get half.
it would have been a lot closer game. I mean,
Yeah. So congratulations, Andrew. I mean, it goes to show, just keep fighting.
yeah, keep playing,
keep
man.
playing.
I mean, not saying you might make the playoffs
No,
now,
no,
Andrew.
no.
I'm not saying that, but at least, I mean, that's the upset. I mean, we'll remember this. I mean, we won't remember the champion for this year. We'll remember this upset
we-
at least.
yeah.
We'll be talking about this for years.
I can't remember who won last year.
I know, but we talk about the upsets.
This
we
guy
talk
won it
about
last
the
year.
upsets.
This guy won it last year. By the way, you guys, this guy won it last year.
Nobody knows. Nobody
Yeah,
knows.
yeah. I always have to
forgot.
check. I have to check my PayPal account to see who I sent it to. Okay, so Tay won because I sent him the money. But yeah, I mean, he probably won't make the playoff, but he can play spoiler.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Andrew-
saying. That's what
Andrew
he's got to
can play
do. You know
spoiler.
what? But Andrew,
Sin can play spoiler.
inactive next week because I play you. I
Oh, there-
play you next week.
It's advice.
Yeah, I'm just saying. My
Advice.
advice to you is fantasy advice, expert advice. Sit everybody because you got to rest them up for next year.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Rest your players up for next year.
Sound
'cause,
advice right here.
Yeah, you need to.
So,
I mean,
congrats, Andrew. Your second win of the season. It's been what, since first week? Maybe he won. Maybe the first or
man,
second
did
week.
he win game? Oh man, that would have been
Yeah.
a long time
Yeah.
ago.
It's a while, dude.
It's been a
First or
while.
second week, I forget. and after that, so cool. Let's go to what we were expecting. A big game was Ving versus Chris.
Yeah.
Mr. Autodraft here. He keeps rolling, dude.
Yeah,
You
it
know?
does keep rolling. It was a good game. It was a good big game, and that's the one we thought maybe was going to be the big game of the week. And yeah, I mean, Doug Martin finally showed up. I think he was quiet for like a couple weeks, and then
He
Doug
had
Martin.
one other good game
Yeah.
this season.
Well, he was on a roll for a little bit, and then he died down, and then he's man, I feel he couldn't stop him. He didn't even score a touchdown. I think he got like within 4 yards of a touchdown, but
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, he rushed for over 200 something yards, which is crazy because that's what Doug Martin does that. And then he like rushed for 100 yards, 200 yards like every so many games that he plays. So it's crazy he didn't even have a touchdown in that game to rush for that many yards and not have a touchdown.
Yeah. And Chris finally stashing Romo all
Yeah,
this time.
I
Got to
mean,
play him.
You got to play him.
Got to finally play
Didn't
him.
help him win, but at least he got to play him. So I mean,
Who was his QB on the bench? He could.
I don't. Oh, Rivers. He sat. Smart play. It was a smart play
Rivers
because
sucked
Rivers
too,
sucked.
Rivers didn't show up too.
Yeah.
No, these last few weeks, Chris hasn't been doing that well.
He hasn't,
points-wise.
but I mean, 89 is not bad. I mean, it's still kind of pretty low, but I mean, we'll see how he does. He's hurt. Freeman, it's tough. Freeman's got a concussion, so Freeman was off to a good game. Freeman got a concussion. I mean, he had 43 rushing yards on just 4 attempts. It was just 4 rushes, 43 yards, and I think he probably would have had a decent game. But next you know, he was out, and then that might have cost Chris at that point.
Yeah.
The entire day. So.
Yeah. Cool. Let's talk about the next matchup here: Sin versus Terry, which is really close. Sin had a chance.
He did. I really thought he was going to pull his 3 in a row here. I mean, that was very, very close game and didn't quite get there. But man, it was close. Did it come down to Monday night?
Let's see.
I thought it came down to Monday night because I thought he was in the lead. It did. LaShawn McCoy blew up for Terry. So that's what I thought because I was sitting there looking at it. I remember looking at it and going, thinking, Sin's going to get this maybe. He's got a chance. And then McCoy blows up. And he had Tyrod Taylor quarterback. So did just enough, and
Just enough, yeah.
just enough because Tyrod Taylor didn't have like the best game either.
Yeah,
So
wasn't EJ Manuel warming up on the sideline?
he was, so yeah, it was close, man. I really thought Sin was gonna pull this one off, and honestly, I think Sin might have he almost kept his playoff chance alive, like barely, but this might have ended it for him. I mean, this might have been, and his team's good. I mean, it's crazy. His team is actually pretty decent. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Bridgewater did very well.
yeah,
The Kansas City defense, look at that, 20 points. Jeez.
yeah. I mean, that was yeah. I mean,
Man,
like I say, his team's good. His team's not bad. I mean,
Kansas City could be for real in that division.
yeah, they've come on the last
Beat Denver,
three
beat
4
San
weeks.
Diego,
Yeah.
and yeah. Well, let's go over to our next matchup here. Jim versus Jeff, and man, Jeff, 87 points. I don't know, and Jim blew up too. I mean, Dalton, you know, he wasn't the red wire BB gun like JJ Watt said
I know.
the previous week. You know,
Yeah. Jim had good points. I mean,
look at Rawls. Jeez.
that was the big difference maker, of course. I mean, that's what. I'm not saying half his points, but man, 48 points. That's just San Francisco defense. I mean, that was just. I mean, I honestly don't know if he was playing him initially anyway, but he probably lucked out that Lynch wasn't playing because I think if he would have flexed him, Lynch was playing. Rawls would have not scored 48 points. So. That's and to those who are probably looking out there trying to think if they're going to pick up Rawls, because they were like, oh, he blew up. Lynch might be out maybe longer than just this week because he's not going to play this weekend. So people were thinking they're going to pick him up. Jim already has him.
Jim already had him for a while. I'm sure he had him for a while. Stashed him.
Yeah, he probably stashed him. That was the smart. I mean, smart play by Jim, and that might have saved his season because Forset's out for the year probably. I think he is. I think. Yep. So he lost a running back, but he got a running back. So good play by Jim there. So.
Yep. And pick up of the week. Our advice might be his backup, right? If he's available.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Which I think he is available because I just recently cut him.
Here you go. Yeah, he might be available.
I think he is available.
Let's go to our next matchup: Don versus Fong, and of course, Fong's wedding was a weekend ago, 2 weekends ago, and Don was one of the groomsmen.
Yeah.
So, and anyways, Don beat him pretty bad.
He beat him. Yeah,
to 73.
He showed him who. First place. I mean, Daddy Don jumped in the first place with that win, and it was a good win. He has the same record as Danny, but apparently more points. So he's now in first place, and Don's team isn't bad. I mean, you look at his team; it's actually not bad. Not a bad team at all. So. He didn't really have anybody else that's going to be on bye. I think all the byes are pretty much done now. So, yeah, I mean, look up and down. I mean, his team looks pretty scary. I mean, good receivers, at least got one good running back. I mean, he's got 3 good receivers. So, I mean, it's kind of hard to even not the best quarterback situation, but like I said, everybody else is pretty solid. I mean, Carolina defense played good all year. So.
Yeah, I mean, Fong has Hopkins, which is always good, but besides Hopkins,
Yeah, that was it, and I guess
Cutler's
he had
been off and on.
I guess he had no choice but to play Forte. I don't know. I don't know if he could have cut some. Maybe he didn't want to cut anybody on his bench. It's kind of hard to say. I mean, it's kind of hard to, if he was going to play Cutler, I guess he could have just cut Flacco anyway. Flacco's out for the year.
Flacco's out for the year.
For me, I probably would have just cut one of my quarterbacks, play one quarterback because. That's for me. I mean, just to get those points.
Listen to that. Yeah. Of course, Forte will be back this week, right?
Yeah. Forte should be back. I mean, that's going to help Fong a little bit. So he's still right in there. He's 7th place on the playoff spot. So that's not bad. Remember, the top 8 teams go in. So.
Yep. All right, cool. So congrats, Don, for that win and first place.
Yeah.
This week. Let's go to our last matchup, you and Scott. Tay, what do you got to say about this?
I wasn't
wish
worried.
I would have played one of you guys. I wish I would have played one of you guys. I would have won.
Not so much worried. I wasn't worried. Monday night, I think he had New England defense, and I was sitting there thinking, I think I pretty much got this unless New England defense scores like 5 touchdowns or something. So, because I was up by like 20 points or so. So, I mean, they played solid defense, but I just figured it was pretty much sealed. Because once I was worried a little bit because I had the Sunday night game. I had Palmer and Eifert, and sitting there thinking, man, I need some points just so I can get a little gap between me and Scotty. And luckily, Palmer blew up in the second half, and
he did.
and Eifert ended up scoring 2 touchdowns. So I was like,
He's been blown up this
perfect.
season.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for
These
touchdowns.
last few weeks,
touchdowns. Yeah. Red zone target. I think he's got like 11 or 12 already. So
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's good. Scott's 3-8, and
yeah, he's dropped 3 in a row, man. Tough one. It's, what can you say?
yeah.
He's kind of on the downfall. His team, honestly, if you look at it, I mean, Scott really, it's not a very good team.
Yeah.
At this point, it's not very good. I
Yeah,
mean,
the drafting
beyond
was,
Antonio Brown, who was on bye. Like I said, I'm thankful that he was on bye. But beyond that, I mean, that's pretty much all he pretty much has at this point is Antonio Brown. So he's got to hope Antonio Brown scores the rest of the year for him and carries his team. So
Well, let's now that we talk about the matchup, let's talk about real quick about free agent here, the waiver wire. Like you said, the who's the Baltimore running back?
Buck Allen, Javorius Allen is top waiver automatically. 4 sets out and automatic. You have to put him number 1. Even if you're the 16th waiver spot, just put him on there anyway.
But
who knows? Yeah.
You never know.
You never know. In case nobody's listening to this podcast, which I highly doubt.
This video will come out before the waiver pickup, so make sure you guys do this.
Make sure you watch this.
Watch this.
And then you know what to do.
And what about Baltimore's QB? Should they go out and pick him up?
I don't even know who it is. Do you
I
know
don't
who
even
it
know
is?
No, can't tell you.
Don't do it.
Don't
do it. We don't know who it is yet.
What about Atlanta's? What's his name?
Coleman. Tevin Coleman.
Coleman. There you go.
I don't even know if is he available.
Freeman got a concussion. Probably not. I don't think in R&D.
Yeah, because I mean it's tough because it's if you look at it, I know Allen's available just because I just recently cut him. I was trying to pick up my backup, so I know Allen was available. But like looking
I
at
don't think Coleman's available.
Yeah, I think Coleman's gone, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So Coleman's not there. Allen's available. Kansas City running back.
West.
Yeah, so
I
West
think Hong has him.
West is out. So
West is out.
Well, he's out as far as questionable. He got knocked out of that game.
Oh.
So Spencer Ware came in. He actually scored 2 touchdowns, and he played the rest of the game. So I think Charkandrick West was going to have a big game, but then he ended up getting hurt, and then Spencer West picked up pretty much the rest of the way. Or Spencer Ware. So he would be another name too, but not given because West might be playing anyway. So for me, the given is Allen because Forset's out for the year. He broke his arm and he's done. Pretty much. So.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
So let's talk about predictions real quick, Tay. For next week, me versus Fong. Who do you have?
Man, it's
Look at that projection.
Man, it's almost like who do I want to win, kind of compared to like who. I'm looking at playoff spotting. That's all. I'm
still alive. 5 and 6 is
I
still
know.
alive.
That's why I'm like, I almost want you to win because I'm like, it'll knock Fong down a little bit, and kind of hopefully if I win, I can jump up a spot a little bit. So. I think I'm gonna pick you. I think the headgear you have on, the
definitely.
Bronco headgear.
This bring me luck. It didn't bring Denver luck when I wore it the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
It did or didn't?
It didn't.
It didn't. Okay.
It didn't.
So hopefully, I'll bring you luck this week just by wearing it.
Seattle whooped up on them. Okay.
Only thing is you have to wear it like the entire week.
There
you
you
can't
go.
even take it off till like Sunday, until after the game.
Kevin versus Jim.
Who'd you pick yourself? Sorry, I didn't.
Oh yes.
Oh, okay.
I
I didn't know.
Sorry, I thought that was a given.
I guess I know. I was
Sorry, I
I
thought that was a given.
I figured you were gonna pick yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Kevin and Jim.
Man, are there any buys left? Nobody's on buy left.
I don't
anymore,
think
right?
anybody's on buy anymore.
All the buys are done, right? Because
Yeah.
I think it's week 12. I think all the buys are done. So it's basically just almost like now it's like the best player. So
Yeah.
man, Kevin's been on a roll.
Kevin has,
I mean, and Jim's 6-5. I'm 6-5. Man, I'm gonna pick Kevin just because I want Kevin to win. I mean, that's just that's my prediction. I'm just gonna go with Kevin just because it's who I want to win.
You know, I think I'm gonna pick Jim. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Jim.
Yeah.
Jim's the man right here. I gotta. Sometimes I'm desperate picking these because I want to catch up to you, and I can't pick the same team.
That's
that
true.
You pick.
That's true because you only. I mean, we do have like. Wow, how many podcasts we have? Like 3 weeks, 3 weeks. So you're right. I mean, you don't
So I gotta.
Yeah, you gotta make some ground. With 4 games back, you kind of have to make some ground somewhere.
Yep. So let's go. Danny versus Sog.
Oh man, it's who do I want to win? This is tough because even though Sagi is still in the 9th spot, which isn't a playoff spot, I kind of don't want him gaining any ground on me. So I think Danny bounced back. I think he's got Peterson, Gurley. I think that's going to carry him enough. So I'm going to pick Danny, even though he's not really projected that high. I got to go with Danny.
Nope, I will go with Thog here.
Man, you're just trying to gain ground on me.
We're trying to. I'm trying to gain ground, and I think he has a good chance though too. You know
So
what
if I go
No-
8-0, you go 0-8, it's over, which is
Yeah.
gonna happen because we both picked you. So I guess it's not gonna
Yeah,
happen.
yeah. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Let's go with you versus Andrew.
God, I'm scared because Andrew pulled up the upset last week, even though he was a huge underdog. I mean, that was like what projection was like 120 to 70. I mean, that was like that was a 50-point like advantage, and Danny lost by like 30 points. So I'm like, I'm gonna have to go with I have to win. So I was like, who do I want to win? Me. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm gonna pick myself because it's just how it is.
You know what? I'm gonna be smart about this, and I'll pick you to win too. I gotta be smart about this. So, we're playing for dinner here. Who has
True.
the best season
True.
at the end of
that's,
the? Who
you
has the
do.
best
You have to be a
record?
little smart about it. You can't
Yeah.
just go all out.
Yep. Ving versus Scott.
It might be pretty too easy at this point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick Thing at this point.
Oh yeah,
I
I have to pick Ving too.
I
Scott.
don't, he only has Antonio Brown, and that's not gonna carry him.
Scott. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way it's gonna carry him the rest of the way. So,
Yeah. So no, I'm with you on that too. I'll
well,
pick
and
Ving.
Antonio Brown plays Seattle this weekend too, so it's that Legion of Doom thing. So I mean, that's gonna be tough to score a lot of points.
All right. How about Terry and Chris?
Good matchup, not bad
Yeah.
matchup. Like I said, who do I want to win? Easily, I want Terry to win because he's 5-6. So I kind of want Chris to get
want
knocked out of
Terry
the
to
spot a
win?
little bit. Yeah.
You know what? Chris has been on a slide, but this week I think he's gonna pull it back up. So I'm gonna pick Chris.
Man, I hope I'm totally not wrong because this is really gonna make you catch up to me.
Oh yeah. This either
This is
catch
the
up,
make or
right?
break. This is the make or break right here. This week right here.
or I fall way behind.
Yeah, right. Because basically we've only picked me and you the same,
Yeah.
and everybody else is the opposite.
Yeah. So hopefully I don't fall too behind.
I know, right?
So Wang versus Sin. There you go, man.
Oh, this is tough. Honestly, I was leaning towards Wang, but that whole voodoo doll curse thing.
Yeah.
I
think it's real, dude.
Yeah, I think it might have actually. He, if you're right-handed, I think that might have messed up your right arm.
He is right-handed too.
And so you might not even be able to make changes with the mouse,
Yeah.
like when you go online. So I'm gonna have to pick Sin.
You know what? You got a point there. Because even though Sin's a large underdog,
Yeah.
that voodoo curse we put
I
on
know it's
Hong.
just the curse.
So you pick Hong. I'm sorry. You pick Sin. I gotta pick Sin too.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? All right. Last matchup. Don versus Jeff.
Wow, this is that's a close projection. I didn't think it
Yeah.
was gonna be that close a projection, but I guess Jeff's got a decent team. So
Yes, he does. But he's been,
he's been on a little slide. I
Yeah.
think up and down. He's been up and down team. So man, Don's right there, first place. I like Don's team because he's got great receivers.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna go with Don. Daddy Don. He's gonna maintain first place. I like his spot there, so I'm gonna go with Don there.
Yeah, same here. I'm going to go with Don. I mean, just has a good team, but he's just been on a slide. I mean, he hasn't
Yeah.
been putting up the points that he used to put up. You know what I mean? So, who knows? Maybe with no more bye weeks, maybe I'll help him
Yeah,
out. you
yeah,
know?
that's true. I mean, that's usually what killers sometimes.
So awesome. Well, that's it for our video podcast. Hope you guys enjoy watching our.
We enjoyed it.
yeah,
we enjoyed
this,
doing this every year. Wish we
yeah.
could do this every single week. It'd be kind of nice.
it's, video podcast here. So good luck, everybody. Don't forget we have a few games on Thursdays.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. Make that change. It's not just one game.
Get your
It's like
waivers.
3 games.
Yeah, and happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.